Hello everyone, welcome to PhoneUX. So today I want to cover the Z Fold 3. I know it's not the new phone, it's the Z Fold 4's already, it's been out for a while already, but I was actually able to get this for a decent price and decided to give it a try. So for starters, it's actually my first Fold series phone. I have the Flip, which has been great. It's my main phone, my daily driver. And decided to give this a try because I was able to get it for about $650, which in terms of the Fold series is very cheap. That's less than half the price of a brand new one. Obviously, I didn't get the Z Fold 4 for $650, but I got a Z Fold 3, only one generation old, 1 year old. The reason I didn't get the Z Fold 4 is, well, the price is a big hurdle, and I'm not ready to pay $1,700, $1,800 for a phone that I'm not sure if I'm gonna get the full benefit out of. So since I was able to get this one for a decent price, I decided, hey, let's give it a shot. And here's what I found. So the first thing I noticed that I don't think I've ever heard anyone mention is that there's actually two sets of home screens. So the smaller outside screen has a home screen which you can set up with the different apps, different app bar or your favorite apps in the bottom, and widgets and everything. It's completely different. And then if you open it up, the larger inside screen will have its own home screen. We looked at the settings and was able to find that there is an option to use the same home screen on both the outside and inside. What it does, it basically gets the first two pages from the small screen and puts them both onto the inner screen. So I instantly saw why they did that and the benefits of having the two separate screens. For the most part, you're not going to be using the same apps on the outside as on the inside. On the outside, you'll probably be using the phone, maybe text messaging or some other messaging apps. On the inside, you're going to have more of the multitasking apps. So it makes sense why there's two separate home screen setups. The other thing I noticed is that the phone is surprisingly comfortable to use when it's open. I thought it would be too big to, use it as a regular phone. It's going to be, I was thinking like, I'll only use it at home or something because I'm using the outside screen for typing and everything. But Samsung did a good job with splitting up their keyboard, so it's a comfortable reach for both of your thumbs when you're holding it with the screen open. I was able to type a lot in it, and I didn't feel any fatigue in my hands from typing. I think it was actually more comfortable than typing on a regular phone. Next on the list is the battery. So the battery is about 4,400 milliamps, which definitely for a phone this size feels really small. The size of this is comparable to the S22 Ultra, which has a 5,000 milliamp battery with actually a little bit of thickness added to it. So you are getting a large phone, pretty much the largest phone you'll get, and it still doesn't have the biggest battery. So the Fold and Flip phones unfortunately do have smaller batteries, and they have improved that, and I hope that they continue improving that to get close to where the brick style phones are. But for now, the batteries are gonna be smaller than the standard style phones. However, even though the battery is not up to par for a phone of this size, it does last a sufficient amount of time. So if you only use the outside screen, the battery is gonna last quite a long time. However, if you do open it and use a larger screen, that battery life is gonna be cut down pretty drastically. And then obviously, if you're doing editing and using apps that drain a lot of battery, that require a lot of power, that's going to add to that. So it kind of goes hand in hand. As soon as you open it, you're most likely going to be using an app that takes more power, plus using more energy for the inner screen. And so it's going to drain the battery a lot faster. Not to say that it has a bad battery life, but it's just the nature of the beast. If you only watch videos on the large screen, it still lasts a decent amount of time. It's just once you start using any sort of editing software or apps of that manner, that's when the battery really takes a hit. Another thing I noticed while using the phone, I guess unfortunately I noticed it, but everything's alright still, is that it does take a beating. So I'm one of those people that I hardly ever drop my phone. The most I would drop my phone is once a year, but honestly, even then, that's a lot for me. And so I would even use my phone without a case because I just hardly ever drop it. And this past week, I was carrying the phone, and I literally dropped it from pretty decent heights 3 times in less than 10 minutes. I was just not paying attention. I didn't have it in my pants pocket, I had it in my sweater pocket. And so I felt from the height of a seat on a truck. So I would say that's maybe 3.5 feet, and that 3 times into pavement. So the phone works perfectly. I took off the covers and everything, no marks. The case did a good job. But let me show you some of the scars. So there'll be right here is gonna be the biggest gash that I found, and it actually goes all the way around. I'll get another mark right here, another mark over here at this end, right around there. And so I mean this thing got hit everywhere, and the phone is still behaving perfectly. So I mean no marks or anything, and this has been great. That was always one of my biggest worries when it came to folding and flip phones is, can it take a beating, or is it gonna break over any little thing? And I guess this phone really proves that it could actually take a beating. Not like I really want to, but it can. So I have a few final thoughts, and I guess my opinions on whether this phone is for you or not. And so if you're gonna use it mainly for consuming media, don't I wouldn't spend so much money on a phone just for that. Getting a 1 year old though, it wasn't too bad. I did get it used obviously, because new is still above $1,000. But I guess if you're really intent on getting a used one for $650, $700 is gonna be probably the better route than getting a brand new one. So if you're gonna buy this phone, I would say, look around, shop around. You're gonna find different deals in different places. I am definitely enjoying this phone. I don't know if it'll take the place of my Flip as my main phone, just because the Flip is so compact and convenient. But it's definitely gonna stay in my lineup from now on, and because it is a very powerful, very good phone full of good features. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and comment. And as always, I'll see you on the next one.